Mark here from Mark's Reviews and Tutorials, who also happens to be Mark from Nillumbik Pool and Spa Service. Now, Hayward has just put out what they're calling their eco pumps. I've been selling these Super2s, really good quality pumps. I'll put a link up here. I've got a comparison video between the Super2 and their cheaper PowerFlow 2. PowerFlow 2 is great for solars, great for above ground pools, and when you're on in-ground pools, the Super2 is the way to go. Also, if you're, just short term in a house, don't want to spend too much money, you can use the smaller PowerFlow. But if you're going to be in the house the next 7 to 10 years, I would personally always recommend to go for the better pump. They are more expensive, 50–60% more expensive, but they're also better made. Now, Hayward have just released what they're calling the Super2 Eco. Eco being power saving. Now, I've also got another video, have a look up here, and that's all about the variable speed motors. Why I hate them? I don't actually like them. They are very expensive, and I know what they're getting at, but I don't think they're the best way to save money. These guys here, single speed motor, I think they are the best way to save money. Come back to my chart here, you'll find out what I'm on about. 3/4 horsepower, years ago, 120 litres per minute would come out of a 3/4 horsepower. This is your power consumption, how much electricity you're using. 550 watts, 120 litres a minute. But these eco pumps, much better pump design, much better motor design. 3/4 horsepower or 550 watts approximately, you're now getting 230 litres. That's an extra 110, so it's double the flow coming out. So what used to be a 1 horsepower, you're now getting the same flow or more out of a 3/4 horsepower. This here is the flow for this new Hayward eco pump. So again, 1 horsepower, it used to be 200. Now the eco is pumping out 320 litres a minute. 1.5 used to be 300. So there you go. The power consumption, wouldn't be buying one of those variable speed pumps. I'll be just buying one of these single speed pumps. So again, 1.5 horsepower, 430 pumps. This is also available in a 2 horsepower, which is putting out 530 litres a minute. So because it's so important to match the flow into a filter, if you've got yourself a 20-year-old pump that's pumping 200 litres a minute, you go and put a 1 horsepower on, there's a chance you're actually going to damage your filter because there's too much water getting pushed there because of the efficiency of these new pumps. So in the situation, if you've got, a very old 10, 15, 20-year-old filter, let's say a 24-inch sand filter that's got a 1 horsepower pump, you buy one of these eco pumps, you actually need to buy a 3/4, which is awesome. The 3/4 costs less money, and the 3/4 is using only 3/4 of the power. So you've got yourself a true power saving in that. So it has become irrelevant to size our pumps by a horsepower. Now, sizing the pumps needs to be done with flow rates and litres per minute. Have a look. As I said, I will put the link to these new eco pumps. Hayward's no longer selling the standard ones, the standard Super2 here in Australia. They're all switching over to the eco, which is brilliant, but they're so efficient that the litres per minute are now so far off what they used to be. We've got to be careful.